What's going on YouTube? It's D Bless the Barber coming at you with another video. Something a little bit different this time. We're going to be doing a tutorial of a haircut I did. Just kind of did something really quickly just to put it out there, put it on the channel. So, we're going to go ahead and start off this haircut. I'm going to jump right into it. And as you can see, we put in our first guideline and he doesn't want the C cup. So we'll take the C cup out. We're taking our Babless FX trimmer and cleaning up below that bottom line. Get it nice and close so we can go in with our close shaver and get it skin tight. And we try to do that right below the line, not trying to leave another line in that fade. Makes taking that bottom line out super easy. So I'm going to begin by using my Gamma Ergos with the blade open and creating that first guideline. And I'm doing something a little different here in my fading process. I'm putting the guidelines in. So I began with that open guard. Now I'm at my number 1 guard open, creating another guideline about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch up. We are going to be taking the top down, so that's why I'm not really too worried about how big my guideline is, because we have a lot of area from his ear to the ridge area as well. Using my number 1.5 guard, kind of just blending that into the top, even though the top's going to come down into that 1.5 guard. Just trying to make sure that we get it nice and clean. His hair is super curly even when it's short. As you see here, I'm going ahead and tackling underneath that 1.5 guard, close. And I'm just continuing to fade down in my process. So now I have my 1/16 guard on there as well. That with the blade is about midway, it's about halfway open. We just start knocking that line out. And you can't even tell that I actually have the first initial guideline in there. It's it's very faint. So it's hard going to do it because I had to go search for the line at the end. But hey, it's all in the process. I kind of know, after been doing this for so many years, I kind of know where I put my guidelines at and map it out. For beginners, a little bit different. I recommend putting the guideline in and taking out, putting the guideline in and taking it out, and then fading down from there. But that's all your personal preference. So using my number 1 guard with the blade open, I'm just continuing to go with the grain because he does have a wave pattern. He doesn't really brush like your typical waver, but they're in there though. They show a little bit. So we try to keep that cleaned up and brush it into the sides to blend it in. And we'll begin to do the same thing, the same process on this side, but I'm gonna let it speed through and jump in while I feel it's necessary. I kind of wanted to make this video super quick, so this way it didn't need to be too in depth. I mean, it's a mid-ball fade. I don't really do tutorials on this channel. I really don't want to do tutorials, but it's a nice filler. If you enjoy it, put a comment down below and let me know. I'll put some more videos in the tank to get these videos out to you guys so you can see more tutorials on what I do. Some people might like my explaining process. Some people might not like my explaining process. I'm really not good at explaining and just talking to a mic. But you put me in front of somebody and be a little bit different. I am thinking about doing some lives though, so do let me know in the description if you'd be interested in that as well. Like I said, my process is a little bit different on this, where I'm putting all the guidelines in first, and then I'll fade up as I create the guidelines, and then I'll fade back down, knocking out those guidelines. And then I'll detail the fade where it sees necessary. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I've been posting daily content and just trying to keep consistent, man. Content creation is one of the hardest things to do. I don't know what's up with my camera. I thought I had it tapped in to where it locked in focus, but I figured, on this side, we just kind of let it run through and you can kind of see the process just more fast paced. I don't have to explain it. I don't have to do it. Super easy and it's straight to the point. Here I'm just cleaning up the top some more because I only did half the head and then I did the other half of the head separate. Now typically in the shop I'll take the hair down first and then bring everything together and blend up into it, but you see me messing around with my client. He ain't even paying attention. Just really trying to go over the top of the head, making sure everything's nice and clean. Here I'm gonna detail and take out any dark spots that I might see in this fade, and just showing you this angle so you can kind of see how this fade comes together and how I take some of these dark spots out of my fade. The Gamma Ergo is so butter. If you don't have one, man, you gotta get one. Just try it out, see how you like it. There's a clipper for everybody. So I do this a lot where I'll use the shaving cream, just the barber saw, and I just kind of clean up the area. And I kind of prep the area doing this with the barber saw. I throw a hot towel on. I use a little massager for my clients. I mean, you don't have to, but that's just kind of something that I do. It's personal preference, and it adds to the service and the experience. And then I wipe them down with some hairspray. I bring those little hairs down and really bring that hairline to life when I go to shape it up, and you'll see in the process. So using my FX, the Los Cut It FX, it's a little bit sharper than my black ones I used to debulk, but I like those too. I mean, they both cut really, really good. I got them low pros coming, so the low pros will be on the YouTube channel as well. Even though there's probably tons of reviews on it, but I mean, what's one more at this point? As you can see how crispy this lineup's coming out. Really being sure not to push it back. He's got 2 recession points, so we really just be mindful of that so we're not giving him a big forehead. We just continue that shape up the whole way across. And you see, just with the hairspray. And the reason why I wipe the hairspray on it is so it don't clog the clipper up and we have a clean canvas to work with. There's tons of spritz and things out there, but I'll spend like $15 a bottle, and at the end of the day, it don't last that long. I'll get a big bottle of hairspray and it lasts me, a month or two. And it really just depends on how many clients you cut as well, so. So I use that Barber Magic pencil. Try to go as lightly as possible, but sometimes it just goes on a little heavier than I want it to. It's all good though, because I'll take the razor and really go over it a bunch of different times. And yes, I do use color enhancement. My client likes it. It just adds a little bit of pizzazz to the haircut. And as you see, I don't go heavy. It's just a little bit. And you see the shape up before I add the color enhancement. It's all natural. So getting that close up with the razor, and you can see how you get that Barber Magic pencil off of there. And I'll just go over it a few times just to make sure it's completely gone, so he's not walking out of here looking all penciled up. I use my own mixture for my color enhancement. There's tons of ones out there, but to spend $20 to buy someone else's color when I could just mix it myself, everything just getting expensive right now. Inflation is a real thing. Coming to the end, here is the haircut. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get more videos like this and more videos on reviews, clippers, and there's so much more to come. Thanks for watching. I'm out.